Hello, hello, hello. So this video today is especially for one of my lovely subscribers. So this was a special request from one of my subscribers, but it's also for anyone else who's a life path 7 and an expression number 11 too. Now what I've done is I've broken down all the elements that need to be learnt for the life path 7, because that's the reason you're here. It's your purpose. So all the elements of the life path 7 need to be achieved for you to achieve your life path. So I've broken down the life path 7 into about 10 steps. And for each step or achievement, I've put what the expression number can offer to help you with that element. There's going to be some elements of the life path that are really helped by your expression number, but there may be an element or two that isn't really helped by your expression number. So these are elements that you probably haven't perfected before, and you'll need to work a little bit harder to get that element of your life path achieved. So let's get started. So your life path 7, that's what you're here to achieve, the areas of development for you to achieve in this lifetime. So you're here to develop the ability to trust the soul within you. Trust your intuitive wisdom. Trust that you're a soul being having a human experience. It's all about realizing by faith that you are a spirit being with an eternal soul. It's your life path 7. It's about being spiritual. It's about acknowledging your spiritual intuition, acknowledging your previous cellular memory from other lifetimes. It's acknowledging that you're living in this lifetime to achieve something, and you'll go into your next lifetime with something to achieve as well. So you're here to learn to be spiritual, to trust your intuition, to trust the soul within you, and trust that your life is going just the way it should for your own development and evolution. And then you can use that skill to help other people to trust their soul and intuition like a spiritual teacher. But the talent you brought with you to help you achieve that life path is the master expression number 11. So the talents you brought with you to support your spiritual path in the life path 7 is double innovative creativity that you're channeling. Where from? Source. You are a source of spiritual messages. So you could be a psychic or a super sensitive. You're a very, very spiritual talent to support your spiritual life path. You can understand why you may have chosen this before you were born. So you're here to be double the channel of unique creativity from source energy, a channel to bring new transformative messages to the world from source energy that has never been heard before. But because you're such a server of others and you're here to improve the lives of the world, you also have to take into account that this massive responsibility, talent that you have, you also have to look after yourself as well. So it's about balancing to your responsibility to yourself and making sure you don't make yourself ill because you're helping others too much. So you're here to learn to be a spiritual teacher, and you've brought with you lots of spiritual talent, lots of intuition and ability to channel source energy. And this spiritual ability that you bring with you in your expression 11 should be used to the best of its ability to support that life path 7 of yours. So element number 1. The most important element of the life path 7 is to learn and believe and have faith and know that you are an immortal spiritual soul having a human experience. You know, your soul has been in other bodies before, and it will be in other bodies to come, because it's all part of your path towards ultimate spiritual evolution. You've got to trust that soul within you by really listening to your intuition. And if you fully know and trust that you're a spirit being, you will listen to that intuition with every ounce of your being. You listen and you follow your inner voice. This is what you need to develop towards if you're a life path 7. So listening and following that inner voice without overthinking the logical worldly elements of it. You know, communicate your spiritual soul wisdom to the world, safe in the knowledge that it's right and true, and you don't care if people ridicule you, and you know, if it's brought by intuition, it's unlikely people will ridicule you anyway. So the talent you brought with you to help you support your life path 7 is your master 11 talent energy. Means you're very spiritually able. What better expression number to bring with you for your life path 7 than the master number 11? Your master talent in the 11 ensures that you are close. Hang on one second. My lovely cat wants to go out. You want to go out, my darling? Come on then. Let's let you out. Go on then. Don't you go, sweetheart. Right. Sorry about that. He sleeps in here, and when I shut the door to do my video, he comes and requests that I let him out, bless him. His name's Oreo. He was a rescue cat. We saved him. Right, so moving on. So your master talent in the 11 energy ensures that you're close and connected to soul energy, which is what you need to be for your life path 7. So you're connected and close to soul energy at all times. That energy can get a bit intense and overwhelm you at times. I mean, the life path 11 and the expression 11 and the master 22 and 33 numbers often suffer from extensive nervous energy because the energy from the universe is so intense. So at times you'll be exhausted from the soul, from the energy that's hitting you daily. So to support your life path 7, which is what that talent is here to do, is to have faith that you're a spiritual being and express your intuitive messages confidently and safe in the knowledge that your intuitive messages are right, true and accurate because they come from source. You're here to trust that the world is not against you. Us 7s, I'm a life path 7. We can really often think that the world is against us at times, and we get sick of things happening in this world. And the life path 7 is very much, they're into conspiracy theories. And, you often think, you've got to find that balance between paranoia and what is actually a conspiracy. And some life path 7s can, because they're so paranoid about the world and how the world does lie to us, you can be paranoid about everything, but that just brings you fear. I have to teach myself that as a life path 7, that even if the world isn't against me, I'm not that what's the word, no one will even notice I exist, really. But, sometimes you feel that this world is just in the life path 7. But what we got to understand, us life path 7s, is the universe is everything. It's good, bad, hot, cold, warm, hard, white, black. The universe source is everything in balance. If you want good, you've got to have bad. So everything exists in perfect balance. It's like a cosmic library of all the knowledge and experience that teaches humanity, or souls that are in a human body, something for their evolution. We've got to experience all to learn and evolve. You may have been murdered in previous lives. You may have been the murderer in previous lives. Doesn't make you a bad person. It means you're learning a big, big, big lesson in this lifetime about the sanctity of life, or many other things. If you've been robbed, there's a good chance you've probably been a robber in your life as well. You will experience everything in this lifetime because that's what source energy needs you to do. You won't get that PhD in life unless you've done it all, and it can take many, many lifetimes for that to happen. But your life path 7 suggests that you often feel paranoid and scared of ridicule, as I've just said. But your master 11 energy also makes you feel different from others. So this is where the expression 11 won't be quite so useful, because the master expression 11 needs to be unique and different. You can't bring unique and different ideas to this world unless you are unique and different yourself. So, and the life path master 11s often struggle to cope with being different and try and fit in with everybody else when that's not their path at all. So your master 11 expression also makes you feel different from others and maybe fearful of ridicule, which compounds your tendency to hide your wisdom from others, thinking that people will think you're weird or something. But the life path and the expression 11 bring uniqueness that they need to bring. You can't bring new ideas if you're the same as everyone else, can you? Not really. So to support that life path 7, if you're in expression 11, is by remembering who you are and that you learn, develop, evolve through experience of adversity and joy in ultimate balance. And haven't we all noticed that we learn the most through adversity? Unfortunately, as much as we hate to admit it, when we go through adversity, even though it hurts a lot and it causes us great distress, the emotional and spiritual development that can come of that is incredible. It's immense. But you must make sure that you grab that learning and don't let it pass you by. The third element of your life path 7 that you need to look at is it must be on inner development. You know, your focus in this lifetime, as much as the world wants you to work, buy, consume, die, get out there, spend money and buy material things, the 7 is more about inner development. You prefer to work alone. You like to research and read and muse and filter or attempt to filter what you learn through your intuition, which you find more difficult if you're a life path 7. It's more about the inner development. You care less about outer achievement and status. You're not too interested. Everything you do is about how that develops you internally, self-discovery wise, spiritual development wise, you know, and you've got this strong drive in your life path 7 to develop yourself constantly, like self-discovery, spiritual wisdom, and you need meditation, time in nature. It's all imperative for you. Your 11 energy is going to help that. You know, the 11 energy does struggle to, you know, they like time to themselves because they've got a big job to do, but they're also nurturers, the talent. The 11 talent needs to balance their alone time and their nurture time. So if you're a 11 talent, then you find it easier to balance the time alone that you need with nurturing your relationships. Your 11 talent means that you're always going to develop yourself. The 11 talent always wants to develop themselves. So expression 11s, that's going to enhance your desire to develop yourself in this lifetime. So life path 7s, expression 11s, or expression 11s, life path 7s, you're going to be very much into personal development, self-discovery, spiritual development. It's a very develop yourself combination of numbers. So you can learn all that development and then pass that development on to other people so that they can get the healing and guidance that comes from that. And you can support then your life path 7 with meditation, focusing on your spiritual talents and abilities, and then using them not only for your own self-discovery and spiritual development, but to help others spiritually develop too. And make sure you're getting out there in nature regularly. That's where all the good energy is. Next element, I think element 4 or 5. You're here to learn to be a thinker, a studier of the metaphysical and the big questions. Research, learn, analyze theories, and accrue wisdom, and realize that this wisdom is actually already inside you. Your path here in the 7 is to research, get all the wisdom and learning in, and then feed that through your intuition to the point where there comes a realization that actually that information that you've just put in your mind was actually already there. All you've done is confirm that with your intuition. There's so much in your cellular memory. You need to spend a lot more time using meditation and relaxation and listening to that soul. Maybe balancing the 2 a bit more, because the 7 is very much the studier and can sometimes overthink things and be too logical and too worldly, when really what they should be doing is filtering what they see in the world through their own spiritual intuition. And then realizing that actually a lot of this wisdom is already inside me from previous lifetimes. Your talent in the 11, as usual, supports this because it's a good expression number to have with a life path 7. It makes you an idealistic thinker when you're a talent 11. You're always learning and developing yourself, like on the previous slide. You're an old soul, so you're already spiritually developed, so you bring with you so much spiritual talent to support that life path. The veil between you and soul energy is thinner. You have greater access to soul energy than us lowly single numbers. You have added spiritual abilities, and you can use this ability to realize that the wisdom you are searching for is already in your soul by always communing with spirit. Okay, so always communing with spirit, filtering what you read and learn through that intuitive wisdom of yours. Don't waste it. Excuse me. Like I've said, it's filtering that research through your intuition. I've jumped ahead a bit here. Too much. I try and organize myself by doing slides so that I don't give too much information in too much of a garbled way, but sometimes I fail at that totally. So as I've said in the previous slide, and should have left it for this slide, is filtering what you learn, filtering your research, your study, all through your intuition and through your spiritual knowing, really. Other people's theories can be great, but not all of other people's theories might fit you. Why don't you look at great many theories that interest you and then use them to fit your own needs? Make changes, be creative with it. Change that theory to help you. Use it to help you in your own individual way. That would be good for a life path 7 to do, because you can be too analytical and ignore your intuition too much if you're a life path 7. Or, you know, some life path 7s totally and completely ignore their spirituality. And, you know, whereas you can do that, difficulties will end up occurring for you where you will end up turning to spirituality in a big way at some point in your life. So yeah, spirituality is going to be a big thing in your life. Your 11 talent energy to support this provides you with loads of intuitive talent, loads of intuitive potential. You're able to use your added intuitive, perceptive and psychic potential to realize which information best suits your needs when researching. Support your life path 7 by only using the information that resonates in your emotional chakra. So with your gut intuition, the information you seek is already in your soul. So when that information comes to you again whilst reading it, that is what rings that bell inside you, that inner knowledge that confirms that, yes, that is a piece of information that I intuitively agree with. You're here also to be a free thinker, to be less interested in popular culture or following the norms of fashion and appearance. You know, you can feel different a lot, out of place, sometimes lonely. Now, I'm a life path 7, as you know, and I've always been a bit of a free thinker. And I must admit, and you may have noticed by the sort of things I wear on video, that I'm not really into fashion and following popular culture, following the norms of fashion and appearance and society. And yeah, I often do feel a bit different and out of place, but my numerology has helped me to honour that. But, you know, not every life path 7 is at that point yet. Numerology is an amazing thing. So your 11 talent energy will make you talented at being unique. You are able to be unique with pride, baby. You don't need to be like everyone else's. You can't be creative and unique if you're just like every other person, can you? And you know, the rarer you are, the more valuable you are. So you've always felt different. You often want to get on a spaceship and get the hell out of here. And I would imagine me as a life path 7, birthday number 11, I feel that. But if 70% of your energy is put towards feeling different and wanting to get out of here, the life path 7 expression 11 or vice versa are going to be doubly wanting to get in a spaceship and get the hell out of here. Your talent is about being different, away from other people, a pioneer, a groundbreaker. You're not a follower of convention. You don't follow fashion or social norms unless you agree with it. Use this ability to be a proud and confident free thinker. You don't have to follow the sheep. You're also here to develop the ability to focus on something long enough to develop it into something useful. Now, my interest in self-discovery, personal development and spirituality has always led me to loads and loads of different theories. And, you know, I was scattered in so many interests and so many subjects when I was younger that I knew that I had to focus on one of them, and that was my numerology. So you're here as a life path 7 to develop the ability to focus on something, one subject, one thing, one person, one place even, long enough to develop it into something useful for you. Because you can be a bit scattered and struggle to focus because you have so many interests, you research so much, you look at loads of theories, and it can make you a bit scattered like a 5. The 11 is not going to help you much here, because the talent 11 isn't known for focus either. So your double 11 talent is very dynamic. It tends to jump from idea to idea. You have massive intense energy coming at you every minute of every day. It must be exhausting, but at best it will cause you to jump from idea to idea and never staying with anything long enough. So it might be a bit of a struggle, this element of your life path 7, but you must start trying to focus on one topic, one spiritual topic that you're most passionate about, that you can stay with and learn deeply, strongly, long enough for you to get results from that. So not too many interests and projects, but focusing down on one, maybe 2, that you can really be a specialist and a master at, that will help you develop that focus that you need to support your life path 7. That's going to be a difficult one though, that previous one, because you are scattered by nature. So I'm going to do videos in the future about how you can focus. I've got so many plans for my videos, and they will all come to you. And I will acknowledge which life paths and which number energies will be most attributable to those videos when I make them. Anyway, so you're also here to develop independence, self-sufficiency. I mean, the life path 7 does like to do things by themselves. Sometimes they can be a bit dependent at times, because they're very much about inner development, not outer achievement. So it might take them a while to get into the working world, or they may get well into the working world but only do a job that suits their big picture. So it can be a bit of a struggle for a life path 7. You need to develop independence, self-sufficiency. You like to do things for yourself, but you've got to take care with your 7 energy that you don't push people away too much. You don't want to be pushing people away. But your expression talent energy is going to help you here. It helps you to balance the time you need independence to yourself with time nurturing close relationships. Now, if you're a talent 11, you find that easier to do. So you're going to be able to know when you can be independent and know when you should be more involved with others and nurturing others, not pushing others away. And the 11 can help you to nurture and not push away. You also have the ability to support your life path by continuing to balance your social and time alone. You can do things for yourself and also have the social skills to involve other people too. And you know that however independent you would like to feel in this lifetime, we are all inherently interdependent. Next element, you're here to learn to deal with your sensitive emotions. Now, I have very sensitive emotions as a life path 7, so I really relate to this element as well as the other elements too. Others often think that the life path 7 can be a bit aloof, but that's not the case at all. You know, the life path 7 can come across as quite aloof, but actually they're a deep well of emotion that they choose to hold back from others a lot. But if they did express that emotion a little bit more, they'd be able to connect emotionally a little bit more with people. So you need to connect emotionally with others to support yourself and other people. That's what you need to learn in this lifetime. And your talent energy 11 energy can help you here too, because the 11 energy is extremely sensitive to others. The talent energy will give you the potential to connect emotionally with others, no problem whatsoever. You have the potential talent to have excellent one-to-one social skills, which will help your spiritual teaching. See how the expression 11 helps the 7 so much? You'll bring the talent of perceptiveness, empathy, compassion. You're excellent at building rapport when you're an 11. Close, trusting relationships with other people is easy for you. And you can support your life path 7 by using those skills to connect with others, to connect emotionally with other people so that you can develop them spiritually to support your life path. But you need to reconcile those sensitive emotions. So, you know, I know all too well those sensitive emotions that that a life path 7 can feel. But you can use your talent in the 11 to help you express those emotions and deal with those emotions more appropriately. So you're here to learn to balance your need to be alone, which is what I've discussed earlier, and work alone with social contact. The life path 7 loves to work alone. They're not really keen working with people. They like to do their own thing and because it's their own inner development they're doing it for anyway. So they want to do their own work in their own way. You know, the life path 7 is excellent at being on their own. But they must ensure that they don't isolate themselves too much or beyond what is healthy. I'm a life path 7, but I'm lucky that I'm in expression number 5. So I'm very much about seeing and communicating with other people. And, you know, I'm going to be less likely, because I have talents in the 5, to isolate myself beyond what is healthy. It's the same for you if you're an expression 11 with your life path 7. You know, your life path 7 might make you a bit of a loner, but your expression 11 talent, like in the 5, means that you're talented socially. You're more in social groups, smaller social groups and one-to-one, but you have that social talent. The expression 11 can be quite sensitive, so you're not going to be into big rave parties or like going to places where there's loads of people that you've got to meet. You're going to be happier in small groups and one-to-one, but you still have that talent and sensitivity to help you to work with others in a sensitive way. So you could use your excellent social skills to ensure that you keep a healthy balance between social time and time alone. Otherwise, that life path 7 might make you have too much time alone. Use that 11 to try and balance that, so you're not isolating yourself beyond what is healthy. Now, I hope you found my video really useful today. I broke the life path down into 10 elements, the 10 main important elements that need to be achieved on a life path, and then likening each element with the expression number. I hope that's given you an idea of the things you need to do to achieve your life path, what you're going to find easy and what you might find more difficult. So if you've liked my video, please smash that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to me and click that bell icon, because that bell will keep you up to date with all my latest uploads. I've also going to put in the description box a link to my Udemy course. I've done a practitioner course on numerology, giving you lots of detailed information about all the numbers and how to read those numbers for someone else. I'm also working on an advanced numerology course that I'll be uploading to Udemy in the months to come. But please do my Udemy course, and that will give you a lot more information about numerology. If you want to email me, you can email me at Katie@soulexplorer.net. And I have a website that I need to do more work on called soulexplorer.net. And I'm going to put links to my Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter in the description box to go. In the description box below, not to go. So, as ever, guys, trust the soul within you. Only your own perceptions and intuitive wisdom can lead you in the best way. See you soon.